Good morning, everyone. This Monday motivation is going to be a little bit different. It's a market update. Last week, we know that it was the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, and Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he signaled that, hey, there could be a rate cut. This confirms there's a shifting balance in the risk that may warrant adjusting our policy. That's basically what he said. So far this year, we know that the Fed has kept rates pretty balanced, but they're trying to juggle inflation and employment. But speculation has been growing, and even more today for possible rate cuts on September 17th to begin. So let's just remind everybody when the Fed changes their interest rates, they're specifically adjusting the Fed fund rate, which is the short term overnight rate that banks use when lending to one another. That is not the same as mortgage interest rates. So this basically sets the tone for other interest rates, aka mortgage interest rates, to start to change. But that doesn't mean that there's a dollar for dollar change when they change the Fed fund rate. So let's talk about housing news. So existing home sales rose last week 2% from the June to July report, which is that's actually a surprise because they were expecting it to actually drop. Inventory also saw a slight tick up, like less than a percent. However, from last year, it's a little higher. On the new construction side, builder confidence, though, ticked down. And we know anything under 50 is contraction, and it actually went to 33, if I'm not mistaken, right about there. So it's been stuck between 32 and 34, vacillating, but it ticked down just this last quarter. So it's something to talk about and keep in the back of our mind when we're trying to really figure what we're going to do with home loans. So, although we saw this bump in both single family and multi housing starts, the outlook for the future definitely remains very cautious. So, there were 621,000 single family homes under construction last month. That's the lowest number since early 2021. So that's showing that the builders are pulling back a little bit, which means confidence continues to go down. Um, all this is good for interest rates, though. Unfortunately, bad news means better for interest rates. So if you're thinking about when is the right time to buy, when is the right time to refinance, what's my strategy, how do I take advantage of this market that we're in, I'm Amy Valdivia. You know how to find me. Give me a call. You know how to find my email. Or it should be right there in my profile. Whatever you need, I'm available. Talk to you soon.